Good day, everyone! Have you ever wondered how gas exchange work in the body? Or its role in our ecosystem? Come on, let's find out! In humans and many other land animals, gas exchange happens primarily in the lungs. The lungs are made up of millions of tiny air sacs called alveoli. These alveoli are the key players in gas exchange process. When we breathe in, air enters through the nose or mouth, travels down the trachea, and branches into smaller airways, eventually reaching the alveoli. Here, oxygen from the air we breathe diffuses across the thin walls of the alveoli and to the surrounding capillaries, tiny blood vessels. Oxygen in the alveoli is now picked up by the red blood cells in the capillaries. These red blood cells contain hemoglobin, a protein that binds to oxygen. The oxygenated blood is then transported by the circulatory system to tissues throughout the body, where it's used for cellular respiration, the process by which cells generate energy. While oxygen is being absorbed, another gas, carbon dioxide, is being expelled. Carbon dioxide is a waste product of cellular respiration, and it needs to be removed from the body.
Today we're going to talk about gas exchange in animals. So what is gas exchange in animals? Gas exchange in animals refers to the process of exchanging gases, mainly oxygen and carbon dioxide, between the organism and its environment. In humans and many other animals, oxygen is taken in from the air through the lungs or gills in aquatic animals and transported to tissues. At the same time, carbon dioxide, a waste product of metabolism, is released into the bloodstream and expelled from the body during exhalation. For more definition, gas exchange in animals refers to the process by which oxygen is absorbed from the environment into the body, and carbon dioxide, a waste product of cellular respiration, is expelled from the body into the environment. This exchange is essential for maintaining cellular functions and supporting metabolic processes in living organisms. In summary, gas exchange in animals is a vital biological process that involves intake of oxygen and the expulsion of carbon dioxide, supporting cellular respiration and maintaining metabolic balance. The method and structures involved vary significantly among different animal groups depending on their habitat and physiology. Look at the polar bear. It is a mammal, and all mammals have lungs in order to exchange gases between blood and atmosphere. This shark is a fish. Fish has an internal gills to get oxygen out the water. For example, humans. They are mammals. The organ that they have is lungs. Process in humans, gas exchange occurs in alveoli, tiny air sacs in the lungs. When air is inhaled, oxygen diffuses across the thin walls of the alveoli into the bloodstream, while carbon dioxide from the blood diffuses into the alveoli to be exhaled. This process is facilitated by breathing, which brings fresh air into the lungs and expels stale air containing CO2 or carbon dioxide. For more examples, fish gills. Fish use gills to extract oxygen from water and expel carbon dioxide. Water enters the mouth, flows over the gills, and exits through the gill slits. Oxygen diffuses from the water into the blood and the gill filaments, while carbon dioxide moves from the blood into the water to be expelled. For example, a goldfish or salmon relies on gills to perform gas exchange in water. They utilize a counter-current exchange system, where water flows in the opposite direction to the blood in the gills, maximizing oxygen absorption. So what is the difference between gas exchange in animals and plants? Gas exchange in animals and plants both involve the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, but they differ in mechanisms and processes due to the different needs and structure of each organ. For example, um, animals, they have lungs. Meanwhile, the plants don't have. But the main difference is plants take in CO2 during photosynthesis and give out oxygen into the atmosphere, while animals take in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide during respiration. In this way, plants and animals help each other in exchange of gases in the atmosphere. Lastly, let's talk about facts about gas exchange in animals. Gas exchange primarily occurs through diffusion, where oxygen moves from areas of high concentration outside air or water into the bloodstream, and carbon dioxide moves from the blood into areas of lower concentration outside the environment. Animals remove carbon dioxide, a byproduct of respiration from their bodies through exhalation and diffusion across respiratory surfaces, maintaining pH balance in their blood and tissues. In most animals, oxygen is transported via the bloodstream in vertebrates or hemolymph in arthropods, binding its respiratory pigments like hemoglobin or hemocytin, which carries oxygen to tissues. That's all. Thank you for listening.
Today, we're going to talk about gas exchange in plants. First, what is gas exchange in plant? Gas exchange in plant is a process of exchanging gases between the plant and its environment, primarily through small openings called stomata, which are regulated by guard cells during photosynthesis, which occurs in daylight. Plants absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. In contrast, during respiration, which happens continuously, they consume oxygen and release carbon dioxide. This process relies on diffusion, allowing gases to move from areas of higher concentration to lower concentration. Gas exchange is essential for the plant's metabolic function and contributes to the balance of gases in the Earth's atmosphere. Secondly, why does this process occur in plants? This process is essential for plants to produce energy through photosynthesis and to maintain metabolic function, ensuring they can grow and thrive in their environment. Plants absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere through stomata, and also plants absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. This process is essential for converting light energy into chemical energy, which is essential for photosynthesis, where they can convert light energy into chemical energy, a process that breaks down glucose to release energy needed for growth and maintenance. So this is the example of plant cell, chloroplast. The function of chloroplast is produce energy through photosynthesis and oxygen release processes. That is chloroplast. And cell wall. The function of cell wall is provide structural strength and support. That is cell wall. Stoma or stomata. The function of stoma is to exchange the gases by closing and opening the pores in the leaf. Allow a plant to take in carbon dioxide, which is needed for photosynthesis. They also help to reduce water loss by closing when conditions are hot or dry. That is stoma or stomata. The inner cell wall. The function of inner cell wall is it provides a structural framework to support plant growth and acts as the first line of defense when the plant encounters pathogens. That is inner cell wall. Nucleus. The function of nucleus is to produce and assemble the cell ribosome. That is nucleus. The vacuole. The function of vacuole is the storage structure in a cell. The stoma open, stoma close here. This open, this close. Importantly, Gas exchange is vital for the plant's metabolic function and plays a significant role in maintaining the balance in gases in Earth's atmosphere, supporting life in our planet. Difference between plant and animal gas exchange. Plants use stomata for gas exchange, while animals have specialized organs like lungs or gills, sub-respiratory pigments like hemoglobin, to transport oxygen in the blood, while plants rely on diffusion directly to their tissue. Animals generally have faster rate of gas exchange due to higher metabolic demands.
So today we were going to talk about gas exchange. So let's start. What is the importance of gas exchange in the ecosystem? Gas exchange is a fundamental process that connects all living things in the environment. It allows for the flow of energy, the production of food, and the regulation of the atmosphere. It's a delicate balance that is essential for the health and stability of any ecosystem. Think of it as the breath of life for all living things. Here's why. First, we have oxygen for respiration. Plants. While plants produce oxygen during photosynthesis, they also need oxygen for respiration, the process where they break down sugars for energy. Animals. All animals rely on oxygen for respiration. This process allows them to use energy from food. Second, carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Plants. Plants use carbon dioxide from the atmosphere along with water and sunlight to produce their own food through photosynthesis. This process is the foundation of most food chains. Third, regulating the atmosphere. Greenhouse effect. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, while necessary in small amounts to keep the earth warm. Carbon dioxide contributes to climate change. Oxygen cycle. Gas exchange helps maintain a balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which is crucial for life. The fourth one, supporting life in water. Aquatic organism. Many aquatic organisms like fish and algae rely on gas exchange with the water. Oxygen dissolves in water and aquatic organisms use gills or other adaptation to extract it. The fifth one, nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen fixation. Some bacteria in the soil can convert nitrogen gas from the atmosphere into forms that plants can use. This process is essential for plant growth. Facts about gas exchange. All living organisms take in and rid of gases, respiration or photosynthesis. Some organisms use the body for gas exchange. Many others use specialized organs. The gas exchange takes place by diffusion. The amount of cells, or volume, determines the amount of gases in or out. The rate of diffusion is also proportional to the surface area. Gas exchange between the air and the lungs and the pulmonary circulation occurs at the ovuli. Oxygen diffuses from the ovulus to the plasma of capillary. The oxygen then diffuses into the red blood cell. This continues until the red blood cells unsaturated. Oxygen then load into the plasma. Let's rewind to talk about carbon dioxide. As oxygen is loading, carbon dioxide unloads from the red blood cell, and the same two-step process. In fact, oxygen loading facilitates carbon dioxide unloading, which is called the Hautain effect.